Next, we've got the virtual networks and outsourcing. Do you guys know what is virtual network? That's when people work on their own. Do you guys know outsourcing? Outsourcing is when you hire people from around the world. This is becoming very popular. Anyone have outsourced anything? You see, sometimes, let's say, for example, you have a project and you need someone to make a design for you. You hire from outside. You go to the internet, get a designer. Yeah, let's say you want a machine, you just outsource this activity to this machinery. Do you see? So there are things that you can outsource. Let's say here in LIU, maybe we don't want guards. So we hire some company that do the guards for us. Maybe we don't want to manage the cafeteria. So we hire a company, we tell them, hey, come over, take care of the cafeteria. You see? So you outsource this. Sometimes you outsource and then you still see them in the physical world. Sometimes you outsource, you see, and then you don't care. You do it anywhere and you come back. So so it extend horizontal coordination beyond the boundaries of the organization. So if you want to outsource, it goes to outsource to outside your company. So you need to interact with the outside world. Most common strategy is outsourcing. Contract out certain tasks or functions. Some companies now, let's say I want to make a company and I want to sell mobile phones. Okay, so I outsource. I find a company to make the logo, and another company design the phone, another company do the phone, another company sell the phone, another company make the advertisements for the phone, another company do you see?
Lazy people like this, right?
It's not about lazy, it's about another way of structuring your company. Do you guys remember those people, they have a small room, they eat outside their home, and then they want to invite their friends outside their home, and they want to do outside their home. Do you see, everything is outsourced outside. You guys get the idea? Some people, they have big home. They have the kitchen inside and they eat inside and they cook inside and they have everything inside. They have their office inside their home. They have a small shop inside their home. You see, they don't outsource anything. So the idea of outsourcing can be a spectrum. Some people high, some people low. But now with the online and the internet, this becomes this virtual modular structure, subcontracts most of its major functions to separate companies. You see? So one company do this, some company do that, and so on.
Make it easier for the customer.
And make it easier for you as a manager.
Yes.
You see? As long as the customer get benefits. Of course, when you outsource, it becomes more expensive, right? Yes. And then the virtual network organization serves as a central hub with the contracted experts. So we've got this TiVo company here. They have outsourcing manufacturing. They outsource marketing, public relations. They do logistics. Some companies, they do customer service, and so on. Are you guys okay with this?
No, I'm not okay with the
Any questions? So virtual network strengths and weaknesses. Its ability to draw on a worldwide resources. This is becoming dramatic. This is changing the history how the world is operating. You know, if you are here and you need someone to do things for you, there are all over the world a lot of people who can provide you with services.
Yes.
You see? So you can hire from anywhere outside your company, from all over the world, who can do the job for you. Some people outsource their marketing activities. You outsource your manufacturing activities. You outsource your customer service. You outsource your human resource, your payroll, your guards, your kitchen. Everything is outsourced, right? How many people believe that it's okay to have a maid in their home to to do stuff for them? How many people say, no, this is bad? Okay. Now, the same thing here in terms of the virtual networks companies. Some people say it's good. It saves you time, it saves you energy, it gives you more time to do other things that are more important that you think. And some people say, no, it's not very good because you don't have control. Some other people, they may ruin it, they may screw it up, you need to follow up on them. So it has the advantages and disadvantages. Flexibility and use of new technologies now. Now that new technologies is making a lot easier. So there's a reduced overhead overall. You know, if you hire someone, let's say you want to do someone to do a 1 month work for you. If you hire them, you need to find them, hire them, give them, and then you can't after 1 month you tell them you're fired. Very difficult. So just outsource it. You see, the problem is the lack of control. You know, you don't control. When you outsource activities to other companies, you don't have full control over your product or service. This can be a weakness. And then there is an extreme decentralization. When you outsource completely, you let someone else manage it. For example, you guys remember what is it? The iPhone. You know, it is manufactured in China. You see. So some people say, Apple, they design it and they send it to China. China, they just do the assembly. But to what level of control? Now, if you let the other people do the whole thing, then you don't have control. Or you need to go and control them. And it becomes sometimes more difficult to control them. Do you see? And at the end, you know what results you get. So it's a cost benefit.
You don't care about the process. You are caring about the result.
Yeah, and the idea...
I mean, if the result...
So if you want your product the way you want it, then you need to have control. You want to have a say in the middle, to say yes or no, right? So in a virtual, it becomes more difficult. But if it is some reliable source, you just let them do it perfectly. And then it says here dependence upon external organization. That's a weakness for some. And difficulty to develop corporate culture. Do you guys know what's a corporate culture? Remember if you have a big family, okay? And you have a big house. Everyone in your family understands the same rules.
Yes,
if you have a big family and you have a small house and they all decentralized, everyone eat at a different restaurant, you don't have the same family system. Do you see? You don't have that strong culture. Remember when we talked about LIU family? Because we get to see each other, we meet each other, then we are one family. We have the same set of rules. We all have the same terminology. We all have the same jargon, right? But if we are more on a decentralized, then we will not be able to have a family. Do you see? So that's the idea of corporate culture. And we'll talk more about that in the culture chapter. Now, this is the hybrid structure is when you combine. Hybrid structure, you combine. You make division and functional. You make horizontal structure and virtual. So every time you combine, tailored for a specific need, often used in a rapid changing environment, and give you a greater flexibility. Maybe some people say here in LIU we have more hybrid structure. Because we have the divisional, which is like the colleges, business, pharmacy. But we also have an accounting department that is for all. So some people say, okay, this is more of a hybrid. We're using both. Do you see?
We're using functional and...
You're using functional and you're using, divisional. Do you see? So some people say, and we also have it on a location, so it's more geographical. And if you look at the research center, it is more of a horizontal because it's a process. So sometimes you call this a hybrid.
It can be under more than one structure.
Yeah, more than one structure. An application of a structural design, each structure meets different needs. And it's a tool that can help managers to be more effective. So you're a manager, you need to design your company. Like if you're the head of the home, you need to design your home. If you're building a new house, you want to design it to service your needs. Structural alignments, you want to align your goals. What do you want your home to do? You want your home to be a business. You want your home to also have an office. You want your home to be an entertainment. You want your home to be a place for you to exercise. Then make a swimming pool. Do you see? The symptoms of a structural deficiency. How do you know you have a deficiency? When You have a decision making is delayed or lack of quality. When your company cannot meet changing needs, an employee's performance declines, needs are not met, too much conflict, you know you have a problem. Do you guys remember in your home when your kids do a lot of fighting? Then you know maybe you want to separate them. Okay? Put them on different rooms. Or hit them both and kick them out and let them eat outside. So you decentralize this whole thing and make it virtual. All right, outsource the kids. Wow. Outsource their food and their... so those are some of the symptoms you know that you've got some deficiencies. And this is the conclusion of this chapter. It talks about structure must provide framework. You need to link your company. You need to provide horizontal and vertical. Excellent. Thank you so much. By the way, this is your quiz arrived and it's still hot.
Keep them until next class.
All right, we'll do this quiz now. Let's get going.